guys, it's Bree. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a not the beginning of the year, a first book haul of the year. I would like to say, I like to defend myself, even though there's no defending. Some of these books are books of series that I'm in the middle of. Let's just start off there. Some of them are not, and books I decided to buy because I wanted them. I was in a book buying band, and I was doing so well with that band until I decided to go to the bookstore one day. And then I keep watching BookTube and stuff like that, and I'm getting so many recommendations of books that I kept buying books. So we're officially unofficially on a book buying plan still. I'm allowing myself to buy books only if they're a part of series that I'm reading, and I am not allowed to buy any more new series until I finish a lot of the ones I have, because I have a bunch of series that I haven't even started. And there are some I'm in the middle of. Even though I'm not in the middle of that many, and even if I am in the middle of them, excuse me, I am almost done. So hopefully I can get through a good amount of these before then, but let's go ahead and get started. So I have some pre-orders that I recently got in. I also have some from Amazon. I have some from Pango. I have a couple from Walmart. And then I have most of the other ones are from Barnes. Some of them, I do have a stack from the 50%, not the 50%. Yeah, I have a stack from the 30% off hardcover sale they did in store. It's not 50 anymore. And then also the selection of books that go up for 50% off, like twice a year. I actually got some of those as well. So let's go ahead and just get through these guys and discuss. I'm actually very excited about the lot of books I got. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with the ones I got from Pango. I ended up getting 2 books from Pango. If you don't know what Pango is, it's basically like a used online bookstore where you can sell books, you can buy books and stuff like that from other sellers and stuff like that. I personally use Pango to sell a lot of my old editions or a lot of books I don't want anymore. I sell them on there if they're still great condition and stuff like that. Other ones I just donate. But if you want to earn a little cash or use that cash to buy more books, Pango is really, really good. So I ended up getting 2 books off of Pango. The first one I got was All the Tides of Faith by is it Adeline? I think it is Adeline Grace. I ended up getting All the Stars and Teeth for Christmas for my brother, and it is the hardcover version. For some reason, I don't know if I was just looking in the wrong place. It is so hard to find the hardcover version of this book. I have no idea why. I couldn't really find it anywhere, and I ended up finding it off Pango, so I was very, very excited about that. It's in great condition as well. I wish I remembered the seller of these 2 books because their packaging was so cute. And this one also came with a little print, and it's signed too. I didn't expect it to be signed, and it was actually really, really reasonably priced. I think I only paid like maybe $14 for this, for a signed book in great condition. I love that. So yeah, I'm very, very excited about this. I think this is like a pirate, like a little duology, and I love me some pirates for some reason, so very excited about this one. And then I ended up getting My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey. I don't know why I wanted this book. I just ended up seeing it one time. Actually, no, I've been actually wanting this book for a while, but for some reason I kept mixing up. I forgot what book it is. Is it Love in the Time of Serial Killers? I don't know what it was about the covers that always got me mixed up, but I've been wanting this book for a while, and I ended up getting it off Pango as well. It ended up pretty, but I find it pretty for a good price. And yeah, I've never read a Tessa Bailey book, so I'm hoping to like this one. It's really short as well, so it could be like a cute little short read for me to do. But yes, very excited about this one. Then I ended up getting a Amazon order. I got Birthday Kisses by Monica Murphy. This is a novella in the Lancaster Prep series. I decided to go ahead and get it because I've heard of the novellas for this. I was actually looking for them in the Entangled publishing, but I guess she doesn't have them published with the Tangled, that she still only has her like her original publishing. So I ended up getting this one, and then there's another one I believe called New Year's Day, which is also a novella. I'll get that later on though, because I haven't even started this series and I already got the novella for it and stuff like that. But yeah, we have that there. And then we ended up getting Chain of Thorn in paperback. I do have basically the whole Last Hour series in both paperback and hardcover now. I have not read it because I still need to read The Dark Artifices, but I am still trying to debate if I want them in both, not want them, if I want to read them in paperback or hardcover, because literally all of my other Cassandra Clare series are in paperback, unless they're the short stories or unless they're like the short stories and stuff like that, I have everything in paperback. But it is a little bit more of a bigger book. I'm just afraid of bending it, even though it does sit pretty well. I'm afraid of cracking the spine of it. That's my whole thing about not wanting to read this one. And I feel like sometimes hardcovers are easier to read, even though some people say they're not. I personally think they kind of are, because I'm trying to remember, I think it's City of Glass that the spine's a little dinged up, but it's still in great condition. But yeah, I'm very excited about the series. I love the spines. That's why I had to get both editions, and I love the hardcover versions. That is the only series, though, I will be keeping in hardcover. I won't be getting the other ones because I really don't like the hardcover version of the originals and stuff like that, so we'll keep that there. Then next I ended up getting a couple from Walmart. I will say Walmart has stepped up their game with books. I will say the one closest to my house on the south side is better than the one on the north side, in my opinion, when it comes to book selection. But I ended up getting a couple from there. So I ended up getting Binding 13 and Keeping 13 by Chloe Wash, which is the first and second book in the Boys of Tommen series. I was actually pretty good. And I told myself I wasn't allowed to get the rest of the series unless I read these two, which I am hoping to read in the next month or so, because they look so good. But I have so many other series that I need to prioritize, so we're going to put them on the back burner for now. But I've heard amazing things about this. I've heard nothing really, well, I haven't really heard anything negative. I've heard great things about the characters, the story, everything like that. I have a feeling I'm going to love the female character and the male character in this book. But yeah, these are the new covers too. They are smaller compared to the original ones. These are only, I believe, 600 pages, and the originals are 800. They're doing that a lot with books, because they did it also with Mariana Zapana with The Wall of Winnipegamy, which is up there, which I should have included this in this haul, but I don't feel like grabbing it. But that one I got off of Pango in the original cover, because I don't like the new cover. That one I believe is 600 pages. Now it's 400, because I guess a lot of them are publishing them in like this smaller font so that they're shorter. But they are very floppy, so I'm really, really excited about these. Hopefully I do love them. And then I ended up getting Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. Another series I did not need, but I ended up only getting the first book, which we were good about. This one I believe is a mafia romance, which is going to be my first mafia romance. And this one also has pictures and stuff like that inside of it. I've heard great things about this, and I've heard she tries to kill him. It's an arranged marriage and everything like that. So hopefully we end up loving it. I've heard Sophie Lark is a pretty great author, so hopefully we love her books. Then we ended up getting, okay, so this is the only one that I got from Sam's. Sam's, I will say, is like the most random place to buy books, but sometimes they'll have a good selection. Mine has a ton of the ACOTAR series. Even though I really want to read ACOTAR, I want a hardcover version of those books, so I'm waiting to get them because they're freaking expensive. But I want a hardcover version of those books, which I don't know why I wanted hardcover version, because I literally have, I'm not gonna lie, I have the first two books in the Crescent City in the Barnes & Noble exclusive paperbacks. I don't know why I still want the hardcover version of ACOTAR. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't know how my mind works, to be honest. But I ended up buying Sanctuary of the Shadows by Aurora Asher? Is that how you say Asher? Asher, I think that's how you say it. I ended up saying this at Barnes, and I really wanted it, but it's $30 for an adult hardcover. Adult hardcovers are so expensive, and it also has raised edges, so it's really, really pretty. But they're so expensive, but I ended up finding it's $18 at Sam's. It is a little dinged up, I will say. I didn't get the greatest copy. It is a little ripped right here and up here, but I read the synopsis for it in the store a little bit, and it sounds really good. It is dark fantasy. Okay, so dark imaginary fantasy, and it has to do with the circus. So I'm really excited about this. It looks good. I love the cover, and yeah, hopefully we like it, guys. I am trying to get into more adult fantasy, even though I love my YA fantasy. I really, really do, but I want a little bit more adult fantasy because I want to try it. I want to see how it is, because I love adult romance, but I have not had a lot of adult fantasy. So we're gonna go ahead and go into, let's do all the books that I ended up getting in the 50% off hardcover. So they do, Barnes & Noble every year normally does their 50% off hardcover. This year, no, not this year. It was after Christmas, so around the 20-something last year, yeah. They ended up doing it different, and instead of doing, they only did, was it 33% off, or was it 30% off flat? I don't remember. I think it was 30% off flat, but they ended up doing 30% off hardcovers, but if you spend $50, you got $20 back in rewards. They ended up doing that. So I ended up going anyways because hardcovers in general are expensive. So I feel like it was still somewhat, it wasn't the best deal, but it was somewhat of a good deal in general because hardcovers are expensive, and if I can get a little bit off of it, it's okay. So the first book I ended up getting was The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. Have I read The Cruel Prince? No, I have not. That is one of the big series that I want to get next on my list of my books on my wish list. But I ended up getting it because they never have the they never had the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of this in my store. I ended up seeing it, so I ended up getting it because I like the black for this series more than the white. But yeah, I ended up getting this one. I'm very excited about it. And I also got How the King of Elfland Learned to Hate Stories. They always have this in my Barnes, but I never pick it up. But I ended up getting it as well. It was 30% off, so I might as well have picked it up. I need to get like I said, I do need to get the original trilogy before this, but the only thing about it is that my Barnes doesn't sell it in hardcover. A lot of the books that I want in hardcover, my Barnes never sells, so I always get them offline, and even then, it's cheaper getting them off Amazon if you're gonna get the whole book set. So that's what I plan on doing with that one. So hopefully I can get that soon after I finish a couple of a series that I have. Then we ended up getting Curious Tides by Pascal Laciella or Laciella? Laciella? I have no idea. But this one is, of course, I noticed though, I got basically all Barnes & Noble exclusive edition or the YA book club. This one I don't really know much about, but it's a different type of fantasy. I haven't heard much people talk about it, to be honest. And I'm also trying to find some fantasies that I never hear people talk about. Trying to find those hidden gems, basically like that. So I ended up picking this one up. It is a newer release still, I believe. Or at least, I believe it came out in December, so it's still somewhat of a newer release. But yeah, I'm actually really, really excited about this one. And then we also got One for the Enemy by Olivia Blake. I've been wanting to read an Olivia Blake novel for a while. I've heard the Atlas 6 by her is amazing. I just haven't gotten a chance to do it. And this one, I love the Barnes edition of this one. It's so pretty. I prefer it over the white. The red and the black together is so beautiful. I don't know what this one is about, but this one I believe is dark academia. Or is it, oh, it has witches, so like dark academia, witchy vibes and stuff like that, which I'm very excited for. So hopefully we end up loving it. And then from there I ended up getting, also Barnes does their 50% off selective hardcover sale as well, which they have like a bunch of different ones. Like I said, it's select, so it just depends on which ones they are. So I ended up getting a couple off of there as well. I only got one YA and the rest were adult. So I ended up getting The Silence That Binds Us by Joanna Ho. This one has to do with, I believe, a girl basically trying to get like grief and stuff after her brother commits suicide and everything like that. And it sounds really, really emotional and heartbreaking. I've been wanting to read more YA contemporary. YA contemporary was one of my favorite genres whenever I was in high school. And no, in middle school and stuff like that, I loved YA and contemporaries. But I haven't really seen a good amount of YA contemporaries in a while, or any recommendations for them. So if y'all have recommendations, let me know. I would really like to read them and see what's up. My Barnes always has some. I just never know which ones to get. So let me know basically what I should be reading. But it looks really good. And it sounds really emotional. So I'm very happy about that one, and I'm glad I decided to get it, because like I said, I've never heard nobody talk about that book, and I always saw it in my Target, and as soon as I saw that it was 50% off, I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and grab it, because I want to go ahead and read it. I also finally got Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong, because I really been wanting this for a while. This one is a Cleopatra and Antony retelling by Shakespeare. This one I will say I've heard bad things about. A lot of people don't love this as much as her first thing, but this is also her young adult debut. So I'm hoping I end up loving it because I love Chloe Gong in general, and hopefully it won't disappoint. And then the next two books, well, I got the first two during the hardcover sale and ended up getting the third one. I don't know what this, I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know what the series is about. I bought these clearly off of the covers because the covers are actually stunning. I don't know what it is about this covers, but they're so pretty. So this one is the first and second book in the Green Creek series. This is Wolf Song and Raven Song. I believe this does have to do with like shifters, wolf and stuff like that. And I believe it is I think it is an LGBT romance as well. Do not quote me on that. It does look like one because I believe, yeah, it has to do with shifters. It has to do with like mates and stuff like that. But it looked really pretty. So I ended up getting the first and second one because they were both 50% off. But then I decided to get the third one. I don't know why I needed it. This one is Heart Song. But they look so pretty and I feel like I am gonna end up liking them. They do have a fourth one. And I think they're coming out with a fifth one too. Actually, don't quote me on the fifth one. I think I might be lying. There's a series I'm thinking about that's coming out with a fifth book, but it's not this one, I think. But they look so pretty together. They look so pretty on my shelves. Did I need them all though? No, I didn't. But this is my toxic trait. A lot of people are like this where they buy basically the whole series before reading the first book, which I need to stop doing that. But it's so hard, especially with like fantasy and stuff like that, because I get so hooked on it that I'm like, I need the second book right away. And then I end up buying more books from there. It's always a bad idea in general, but it happens anyways. So I did get all of those, and then let's go ahead and go on to, let's go into my pre-orders. I actually got a couple of pre-orders in that I'm very excited for. You kind of already saw these basically in my TBR videos because I hadn't talked about them yet, but I'm very excited about them. So the first one I ended up getting was A Summer Queen by Rachelle Hazan. This is the second book in, I don't know what the trilogy is called, but it's the second book to The Buried and the Bound by her as well. This one is the Owl Crate exclusive edition, so that matches my first one. And this one is stunning. I'm very excited to read this. I didn't get to read it though this month. Spoiler, this was one of the ones on my TBR for the month. Didn't get to read it. Hopefully you get to read it in the next couple months. Along with that, Destroy the Day by Brady Kemmler. Also one that was on my TBR that I didn't get to read too. But this was a pre-order I have been waiting for forever. I keep on saying it and stuff like that. This book took freaking literally basically 2 years to come out, and I was waiting for it, and I haven't read it even though it's literally one of my most anticipated reads of the year. I need to read it as fast as I can because I absolutely love this series, and it is the conclusion, so we'll see how it goes. Also, another book that is the conclusion of a series is All This Twisted Glory by Tahereh Mafi. This one I'm also pumped about. This one is on my TBR for the month of March, so hopefully we love her because I love this series. It is so good. I will say, like I said, after reading synopsis though, I'm kind of scared. So those are all the pre-orders I have, I believe. And then let's go ahead and get into the rest of the books that I have. So some of these I ordered off Barnes. Some I actually went into the store to get. So let's just go ahead and talk about them. The first ones that I ended up getting is, I got one in store, I bought the other one offline, and I got this basically because of Book Talk, guys, because it's been going all off on Book Talk. I've heard about it before, but I didn't want to get it because I'm just like, do I really want an emotional read? I ended up getting it anyways. It's If He Had Been With Me by Lauren Noel. I've heard so much about this book. I've heard great things about this book. Will I cry though? We shall see. Because I will say, a lot of the times when people say I will cry in a novel, I have yet to. I didn't cry in The Song of Achilles. I didn't cry and It Ends With Us. And then, what book is it? Oh, Twisted Hate. Like the ending of Twisted Hate. Didn't cry for that either. So I'm like, am I not? Like, I'm a crybaby books. I will cry, but I haven't cried in those. So I ended up getting this one. Like I said, I've been wanting some YA contemporary in general, so this was another pick that I really wanted to get. And then I also got the second book, which is Only I Had Told Her, which this one is in Finn's point of view, I believe. And I ended up getting the Barnes edition because I love the red. So hopefully we love these. Hopefully we like these guys, because if not, I will be very, very, very sad about that. So then we ended up getting, okay, so the story about this one. So I first had gotten, where is the copy? Where is it at? If I can find the copy I'm looking for. How did I lose it already? Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. So I ended up getting A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy for my birthday. Whenever it was my birthday, I ended up doing a huge book haul. It's basically why I have so many books now, because I went crazy for my birthday. I ended up getting those. But I heard this was the second book in the series. This is the Lancaster Prep series by Monica Murphy. So I ended up getting the first book, which is Things I Want to Say. I have been told, though, you don't have to read this book in order. You do not have to read it in publication order and stuff like that. But I am the type of person who has to read stuff in order. I'm trying to find it. Oh, that's literally right here. Okay. So I ended up getting the first book so I can get reading it, so I can go ahead and start the series, because I've had this book on my TBR for a while, and I was like, you know what, I need to start it, so I need to get the first book so I can read it. You want to tell me why I ended up getting, this is my original copy. This is the, I believe this is the independent published one. They're two different sizes, because they ended up getting picked up by Entangled, and they ended up republishing all of her books in Entangled and stuff like that. So it doesn't match the original one, because literally this one as well is the original independent published, which this one is taller, I will say, but I'm a little bit okay with it a little bit more because it is a novella, which I can just put this on a different part of my shelf and be fine with it. But this is not okay, guys. I couldn't do it. I had to get the new published one so that they match. So I did end up getting A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I ended up repurchasing it. So I ended up getting these two, of course. I'm hoping to read them soon. But I ended up getting the third book as well, because this one was buy one, get one half off. Do I know anything about the first and third book? No. I only really know about the second book, which that's the one everybody really talks about. But yeah, I'm hoping to really, really enjoy this series. I believe there are 5 to 6 books of this series out. And they're each about a different couple. So, like I said, I'm hoping to love them. Did I buy another book that I already have? Of course I did. So, it's fine. It's fine. The covers have to match, guys. If not, the universe isn't right. So, that's how we're going to go with this. The next couple of books that I have, I'm missing another book, guys. How do I keep missing books? It is a nightmare. Over here. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So these two I ended up getting. I'm so confused. What was I going to say? Oh. So these ones I ended up getting. I got some off of Barnes. So I ended up doing an order on Barnes for this one. And then this one. And then there's another one that I am missing already. Of course I am. I am a mess, guys. I apologize. This was organized. And now it's not organized. So let's just go ahead and start with this one. So I ended up getting More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I really, really am excited about this one because I've been loving Mia Sheridan for a little bit. I've only read 2 of her novels so far, but I've enjoyed both of them. So I ended up getting the third. This is the third book in the, I believe it's called When Love Meets Destiny, little series that she has. They are standalone series that you can read out of order because they're not interconnected at all, trust me on that. But I ended up loving the first 2, so I ended up getting the third one so I can wrap up that little series. It is a little bit shorter too, so I can probably get through it pretty fast. And then I ended up getting from these 2 I was gonna pre-order these 2 and I ended up not doing it. I don't know why I didn't, because these were actually some really good releases I wanted to read. So I ended up getting Midnight Ruin by Katie Robert. This one is the 6th book in the Dark Olympus series. I've been enjoying this series so much lately that I keep on, every time a new book comes out, I keep on going. I don't know how long this series is going to be, because she still has another one that's coming out soon. So I'm loving it. This one is about Eurydice. I do not know how to say her name. Chiron. No. Is that Chiron? Chiron and Orpheus. So I'm happy. I'm very excited about that one. I still need to read Cruel Seduction, but I'm excited about that one nonetheless. And then we have Bride by Allie Hazelwood, which is her first paranormal romance. It's about a vampire and a werewolf together. I think it's a marriage. Is it a marriage of convenience? Yes, a marriage of convenience, which I'm happy about. I love me a good like werewolf vampire romance, guys. So we're excited about that one. Then we ended up getting, also by Allie Hazelwood, Check and Mate. This is her YA debut. Anything by Allie Hazelwood, I will instantly buy because I absolutely love Allie Hazelwood. And she also has another novel coming out, which I'm excited for, which I will be pre-ordering soon enough. So very excited about that one. I also got Butcher and Blackbird by Brennan Waver. Is that how you say it? This is the first book in a trilogy. This one is a little bit more like dark romance, and it's about 2 serial killers. Say no more, guys. I want to read it. So we have that one there. And then these books I ended up getting because they were books in series that I needed. So I ended up getting Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is the second book in the Never After series. I really enjoyed Hooked, so I really wanted to continue on with this series. And this one is a Lion King reimagining. Now, one thing about her books, I said they were retellings. They are not retellings. They are reimagining of the stories. I will say, Hooked, that's going to be my wrap up, but I'm just going to say, I ended up loving that book. So I ended up getting the second book. And I need to get the third one, but I need to read this one first. This one is also a standalone series. You do not have to read them in order. That's why I'm kind of interested. I think the third book is Wrecked, which I don't know if I want to get because it's the Wizard of Oz, I believe, and I'm not the biggest fan of Wizard of Oz, but we shall see how that ends up. And then we ended up also getting King of Wrath, Banner Huang. I decided to end my search on trying to get the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because people were selling them for ridiculous prices and I was tired of it. But I ended up getting this. And then if you watched my blind date with the book video, I ended up getting it in my blind date with the book. So now I have 2 copies. I am going to give one, I believe I'm just going to give one to my coworker so that she can read it. Even though I kind of told her she should read the Twisted series, I'm going to give it to her anyways. See if she wants it. If not, I'll end up selling it because it's still in good, one of them is still in good condition. But yeah, I'm very excited to go ahead and start this series. I think I'm going to start it probably not this month, but probably next month because I finished Twisted and I'm ready for some more Anna Hong. I'm ready for more of her books, guys. So I'm pumped about those. And then lastly, I contemplated on getting these. I told myself I did not need them. So I have made the executive decision on giving my other copies to one of my coworkers because I told her to read this because one of my coworkers is getting into reading and she's been loving Mia Sheridan, but she's been asking me for recommendations. So I'm going to give her my old copies of this because I really wanted these ones. And that is the new editions of the Off-Campus series by Ellen Kennedy. These are the little ones with the anime. It's funny because I told myself I didn't want these at first, and then I kept looking at them. I'm like, you know what? These are actually cuter. I actually really, really like these. And now Bloom announced that they're doing one for the Briar U series, which I'm so excited for, and I'm actually glad they announced it soon because I literally got, hold on, let me grab it. I got The Chase by Ellen Kennedy, which is the first book in the Briar U series, and I was gonna buy the rest of this series because I was almost off campus, but I'm gonna hold off on it so that I can get the new covers of this, and I will probably just give this one away to my coworker as well. But yeah, I ended up getting the new ones. I absolutely love this series. That's why I was okay with getting them because I really, really do love them. I do need to finish the Legacy though, and I will be done with the series completely, but I love these covers. They're so, so cute. I love the sprayed edges as well. And yeah, I'm very excited about that one. I'm very excited about the other ones coming out as well. And yeah, that is the end of my book haul, guys. Now it is time for me to clean. As you can tell, I have a little bit of a mess back here with me because I'm trying to clean and stuff like that around my room. My room is always a mess. I can finally put these books away and be done with them on my floor. Let me know down below. Have you bought any books lately? Have we been loving any books lately? Give me some YA contemporary recommendations, guys. That's the one genre I really want to get into. Also, adult fantasy. I kind of want to low-key read the, what I'm thinking about? The Hobbit and stuff like that, but I haven't got to it yet. but hopefully I will soon. But yeah, let me know down below your book recs. I need some recs, even though I shouldn't be buying any more books right now. I will be trying not to buy any more books for a while unless they're part of a series I need. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.